When you exclude 3.5 million people from voting, that is the definition of rigged.
They want to be able to vote for the candidate of their choice.
I don't see primaries as a bad thing.
The grassroots group known as Progress for All is accusing Florida of holding rigged elections and is calling for open primaries.
Millions of voters don't get to participate in the primaries because they're not registered Republican or Democrat. They want the state to let voters decide whether primaries should be open or closed. NBC2 chief political reporter Dave Elias finding out if there's any chance of this happening.
Well, a lot of people are certainly hoping that's the case. And as you know, in Florida, only Republicans can vote for Republicans and Democrats for Democrats in the primary. So if you're one of the 3.5 million registered independents with no candidate running, you can't vote. The concern is so serious now that the state has formed a commission to look into it.
Everybody should have the right to vote for who they want to.
Kim Ainsworth is one of the 127,000 no-party affiliates in Lee County. He and many others argue the primaries in Florida are rigged.
People complain that they can't participate if they're not registered with a particular party.
Vicki Collins with the Lee Elections has heard the complaint for 18 years.
They want to be able to vote for the candidate of their choice.
It's so serious that the state has formed a commission to study the matter. Members will hold meetings across the state and ultimately decide if it should go on the ballot.
When you exclude 3.5 million people from voting, that is the definition of rigged.
John Optik is with the group Open Primaries. He wants all voters who pay for the primary elections to decide this issue.
I think if they did, I think it would pass with overwhelming support from Democrats, Republicans, and independents.
Absolutely, yes.
Vicki Beebe just moved to Southwest Florida and agrees.
It should be open to all of the parties. Absolutely.
Do you think it should go before the voters?
No, I think the primaries should stay closed.
While the chairman of the Democratic Party supports open primaries, the GOP chair does not.
I don't see primaries as a bad thing. I see them as a very positive thing.
Something voters could ultimately decide as early as next year.
Now, voters did get a chance to vote on this issue in 1997. It passed, but only opened the primary when there was no viable candidate. Well, the parties found a loophole. They ran fake candidates to close the primary, and they now want that measure to close that loophole. Live in the studio tonight, Dave Elias, NBC2.